Hello viewers and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network, where we are taking a look on what is happening in the nation called South Africa. It seems as if Cyril Ramaphosa and his allies, they're in trouble because a lot of people have refused to go home before they've cast their votes. So there is speculation that there was a deliberate delay by the officials within the IAC to make processes quicker. But we do not want to preempt what we have for you. Let us start by having a review of what was happening during the day, and let us start by Julius Malema.
We now waited for almost 4 hours. We arrived at 12 o'clock. I really don't know what went terribly wrong, because I voted in this voting station all my life, all my voting life. I've never experienced a situation where a voter has to wait for 4 hours to cast their vote. I always used to come here with my grandmother. We used to queue, and she will not even take a seat because the queues were quicker. This queue was not long. The queue was short, the process was slow. Until we have had to make calls around the IEC head office. Intervention was made, but still, my worry is that if they continue like this, it will not be nice at night. Because remember, in darkness, people are impatient, and they will be trying to jump queues and all of that. Those who have been waiting for long will not allow anyone to jump the queue. It's going to create unnecessary scuffles amongst our people. So I really want to ask the IEC to speed up this process. So when I'm speaking to the EFF national leaders, as I'm standing on the queue, they are saying you are not the only one. The whole country, the process is slow. Now I have a suspicion that they want to extend the election by a day so that we can vote again tomorrow. But that's where the wreaking happens, because these people cannot sleep with the ballot boxes. You have to secure the ballot boxes. That's why the counting must happen at the station. So once they extend it by a night, it means the ballot boxes must be moved to a police station or to a result center, wherever. Then there's going to be a problem. But when I came in here, the voting booth is positioned in such a way that it allows a person to be behind you. That is not democracy. The voting booth must be put in a position where no one can potentially see your vote. That's how you secure the secrecy of the vote.
Leader Julius Malema in the afternoon, when he just ended casting his vote, he was speaking to the media, addressing the media about the problems which were being faced throughout the day. It seems as if there are deliberate efforts by the IEC to frustrate voters. But let us take a look. Did the voters return home? There are videos which are very important right here, which shows that South Africans are determined to make sure that they bring change.
Still walk with me. Children are still walking around chasing the queue. It goes right around the block, as you can see. This is towards the end. We're about to turn the corner. The queue is still not done. I'll walk a little bit faster to try and show you what exactly is going on. Inside the station, there's also a bit slow movement in essence, so it's tough all around. Still in the queue. Queues. all the way past the Royal Hotel, right to the end of the street. There's a police nyala next to the France and Mkhize building. If you ever have billing issues at Tegwini, turn the corner onto Anton Lembede and there's still another long queue. This is how far it goes. All the way to the end of Anton Lembede Street.
These are late night queues faced by South Africans in this election. And Julius Malema said that this is the first time of such things happening in the nation called South Africa. But there is a great possibility that these things can happen because the turnout is believed to be high than in any election ever since 1994. People, it seems as if there is a revolution happening in South Africa. But let us quickly take a look on the last message of Julius Malema. Remember, he is still at the polling station. He is still there, braving up the late night together with other voters. Let us hear the last statement by Julius Malema few minutes ago.
Thank you very much, South Africa, for turning out in your numbers to cast your vote in these historic elections. We are happy that you showed up and you are so determined. We have noted the frustrations that you have been subjected to, and they want to demoralize you and frustrate you by not providing an efficient service. Do not get tired. The youth of South Africa, you came out in your numbers. This is your future. We are only going to do it just today, and we secure a future for the next 5 years. Don't go home. Stay on the queues. The IEC is not allowed to turn anyone away who's at the queue. I know some of you waited for more than 7 hours. Some of you waited for more than 10 hours. But that's what happens. When a good thing is about to come out, it goes through a very painful process. Do not get discouraged, the youth of South Africa. Remain on the queues like me. I'm still at the stations making sure that no single voter is turned away, irrespective of which political party they vote for. We have to make this democracy work for us and work for the future. Stay in there. The ground forces of the EFF, the all forces of Mulungi's Madonsela Battalion, make sure to galvanize the youth, to agitate, to razzmatazz, and ensure that the youth remains warm and well-fed while they are waiting to cast their votes. I'm with you and will be with the last voter. We will never sleep until the last voter on the queue has voted. This is the time for land, for jobs, and to stop load shedding. You'll stop load shedding by standing on the queue tonight and ensure that your vote stop load shedding forever. Your vote brings jobs, your vote brings land. We say to South Africa, thank you, and thank you again for showing them that 2024 is our 1994. And we can only do that by not being discouraged on the queues. They're frustrating you to discourage you. The IEC has never failed to run elections. All of a sudden, they look like they don't know what they are doing, with a deliberate intention to discourage you, and so that all of you can leave the queue and go home. Don't be scared. Don't be discouraged. Victory is certain. I thank you.
This is what is happening. This is the last statement of Julius Malema, the EFF leader, and he is still in the code together with other supporters. And they are saying, we are not going home until it's victory. And this is the spirit. And as Zimbabweans, we continue to stand in solidarity with the South Africans, because their victory is our victory, their democracy is our democracy. We are tired. We are sick and tired of the SADC club of looters which protect each other. It's time for change in the southern region. IEC then went on to say all voters who are in the queue by closing time will still be allowed to vote, even if the queue extends beyond the voting station boundary. Voting stations are now closed. However, on-site security services will ensure that all voting and counting processes have been concluded safely. So from the videos which I have shown you, a lot of people, it was around past 7 when that video was shot, when a lot of people were still braving the queues, trying to make sure that they exercise their rights, they vote for change in the nation South Africa. It has never happened such a way that people have to vote at night, like what happened in Zimbabwe. This is what Julius Malema was saying, that there is a great possibility that you have to extend for another day, so that they try to manipulate things. But it seems as if South Africans, they were ready. They were actually wearing jerseys, which shows that they came home, they left home prepared to make sure that they cast their votes. So this is what is happening. IEC has been continuously giving updates on its platforms, and will continue to take a look onto these updates and see what is really happening at this point in time. And the South Africans, they are actually making a decision. This is the big decision since 1994. It's 30 years now. And the people are asking questions. What have we done in the past 30 years? It's time for change. It's time for things to change. And it's time for South Africa to unite. It's time for Africa to unite. It's time for Africa to start doing meaningful things. Remember, South Africa is an African giant. We cannot deny that fact. And when South Africa slumbers, the whole Africa slumbers at the same time. This is the reason why we are standing in solidarity with our South Africans to make sure that they win, they have change in the nation South Africa. And it seems as if there is trouble everywhere. It seems as if things are not well for the dictators. The dictators are falling. This is our hope. This is our prayer. We hope and believe that things are going to change for the good. Things are going to change for the better. So this is what is happening, and this is the update which we had for you. We do not want to take much of your time, but this is what we have at this point in time. Best wishes to EFF South Africa together with MK Party. We hope and believe that they're going to come up with something, probably to have a coalition government. ANC must go. And Lighter, thank you very much for coming. Lighter Tate, thank you very much for coming. T Van 4, thank you very much. Gerald, thank you very much. Sadza, thank you very much. Tate, thank you very much. Tenjiwe, for the contributions right here on Africa and Beyond Television Network. We have made a pledge to give you these updates till elections are announced, the results are announced, which means we are not going to sleep tonight. We are not sleeping. We will be taking a look on what is really happening, and we'll be giving you those updates as they come live here on Africa and Beyond Television Network, without fear, without favor. We will be covering this election without fear, without favor. We will be telling you the story of South Africa. This is our story. We are Zimbabweans, but this is our story. And we send a message of congratulations across the Limpopo to say thank you very much for this election. We hope and believe that the opposition is going to win and change is going to come. And that change is going to be extended to Zimbabwe. Remember, we are having SADC Summit, and we want things to change before SADC Summit comes, such that some things comes or goes in our own favor. Thank you very much for coming. Keep on subscribing, liking, and commenting.